Hey guys, so this is the Kiwi Ears Dolce. Now, as I've learned that Dolce in Italian means sweet or sweetly, and that is the impression that Kiwi Ears is trying to convey, that the Dolce has a sound signature that is sweet or natural. But I will be the judge of that. Now, these are priced around $25 or 2300 rupees, so it is their entry level in-ear monitor. So you have to understand that for entry levels, they have to do a lot of cost cutting, and it's evident when you start with the packaging. So it's got a very bare bones packaging, nothing fancy at all. Inside the box, you get two pairs of different size silicone ear tips, and the third one is installed on the monitors themselves. You get the oxygen-free copper cable that has a 2-pin connector on one end, and on the other end you have an L-shaped 3.5mm audio jack, and of course you get the Kiwi Ears Dolce in-ear monitors themselves. Now, in terms of specs, so the Kiwi Ears Dolce has a 10mm dynamic driver and has an impedance of 16 ohms. Now, 16 ohms categorizes these as a very low impedance in-ear monitors, so basically your phone can easily drive these, but I personally would still suggest that you do invest in a portable DAC, nothing too fancy, so that these guys get more than enough power to drive these monitors and you get the best possible sound quality and volume. Now, in terms of the build quality, the Kiwi Ears Dolce has a transparent resin which has a black tint, and you can actually see the innards of the monitors themselves. You can see the drivers. Now, on the other side, you have the faceplate, which is a mixture of blue and black. Now, the overall build quality feels like it's priced. So for $25, it's not the most premium feeling, so it's kind of plasticky. Although I have to say that in terms of comfort, these are mighty comfortable. They provide a very snug fit. Even for long listening hours, if they are placed in your ears, they don't fatigue them, they're not ear heavy at all, and provide a more or less average passive noise isolation. But you see, none of this really matters if the sound sucks. So you guys know, if you're an existing viewer, I judge these in-ear monitors based on how they produce the three main frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids, and the lows. The highs, or the treble, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids or the vocals, and the low end or the bass. Now, although the Kiwi Ears Dolce is advertised as a natural sounding or sweet sounding in-ear monitor, my first impression, without using any sort of equalizer to tweak its original sound signature, I thought it was a V sound signature. And that is because the highs have a very sparkly rendition. So they are very exciting, they've got a lot of sharpness and clarity, and have got very good separation from the vocals as well. Now, whether this sparkly rendition of the highs or the treble is favorable for you is going to depend on your personal taste. Personally, for me, I found it to be quite exciting, and it doesn't have sibilance where the S's are really harsh, it doesn't sound tinny, and there was no distortion as well. So for me personally, I enjoyed the rendition of the higher frequencies. Now, next up we have the vocals or the mid frequencies. Now, for the most part, when I heard male or female voices were rendered with a lot of clarity without sounding artificial. So there was no artificial brightening of the vocals where it sounds hollow. So it had adequate warmth to it in general. So the vocals were naturally rendered. So this is where I found that when they say Dolce as in sweet, the vocals did sound sweet, but it's not perfect, because I felt personally it could have used just a bit more warmth and a bit more depth in the vocals, which would have made the overall experience in terms of the vocals far more rich, and in certain tracks the mids would get intermingled with the bass or the low end. Keeping in mind its $25 price tag, you can't really complain about the vocals because they are definitely above average, and for any usual or average listener, you're going to have absolutely no complaints regarding the vocals. And finally, we get to the low end or the bass response. Now, because the Kiwi Ears Dolce is catered or tuned to sound natural, the bass response is exactly that. It's natural. It's not V-shaped, so it's not got a very enhanced bass response, but you get an adequate amount of punch and thump. And sometimes, on rare occasions though, it did give me those sub-lows, which was very enjoyable and very impressive for its price tag. But in case you want more bass from these in-ear monitors, you can obviously play around with the EQ and set it to a preset that caters to your needs, or you can tweak the EQs yourself, increase the bass, and if you find the highs to be a bit too sharp, you can reduce it and get the perfect audio signature that you crave for. Alright guys, so that was my review of the Kiwi Ears Dolce in-ear monitors. I hope you enjoyed that. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and share this video with someone who needs to see this. If you have any questions regarding this, do hit me up in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them. The link to this in-ear monitor will be in the description below. You can check it out from there. I'll also leave a link to our website where you can check out a host of other in-ear monitors, ranging from very affordable ones to ones where you have to sell both your kidneys and your brain. So the choice is yours. Anyway guys, that's been it. Thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.